welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to show you how to make these cards. Now I started off by using the BEARY Specials Birthdays by My Favorite Things. As you'll probably notice on my channel now, I only have a couple of stamps for birthday cards and I'm trying not to buy too much. So I'm using all the images from the stamp, as you'll see, but I'm using one as a focal image. So for this one I'm using the bear with the cake with a bit missing, and I'm going to work my images around that, so you'll see what I mean when I say this. So I'm taking some scrap paper as well and my stamping platform, that way I don't have to worry about, you know, things not inking the first time. One thing I'm not happy about is that I did stamp one of the images and somehow it moved, and obviously it changed, so I did try and fix it as best as I could, so let me know if you can tell or not. So I'm using the shade Love Letter because the person that I'm going to be giving this to, I couldn't find out her favorite color, but I went on her Instagram page and a lot of her crafting items are red, so I'm presuming red is one of her go-to colors, so I'm really hoping I haven't screwed this one up. But I have made this card for 3 other people, 2 of which are part of my birthday card swap, and 1 which is just a friend that I met through a Facebook group for hair. So when we went into lockdown in March, she basically was one of the first people that was always there to help me, and I really appreciated it. And ever since then we've been really good friends. So I wanted to send her a birthday card, and yeah, so as you can see I'm just taking images, and you know, I wanted to see if it looked better stamped faded, so instead of having ink like straight on it, but it didn't look great. That's why I stamped over it again, and that's when it moved. So I'm an idiot. This is my fault. Look, I took it out and I didn't know the exact position of it. So I do recommend making sure you have the desired look that you want before you move your card or if you remove the stamp. But basically I just keep repeating the process, and as you can see I'm constantly bringing back in my focal image just so I know where it's going to be and where I want my sentiment to go. Now I actually didn't film my sentiment making. I really do apologise for that, guys, but I had like limited space on my memory card. I didn't want to have to go through it all again, so if you have any questions about that, just leave me a comment and I'll definitely tell you. So I'm going to speed this up because it's pretty much just repetitive over and over, so I will see you in a minute. So once I've done that, I'm finished with this, and as you can see I did get a couple of marks on that, so I took my mono sand eraser to try and remove that. When I first did this and I tested the product, I didn't like it because it didn't work, but that's because I left my ink to dry too much. So if you have an ink mistake, make sure you definitely do it. So here are the cards. So I have one for Rita, so red is for her, and then the most people that are doing this are for purple, so I have this one for Sarah. All their Instagrams will be linked in the description, and I just put a post-it note so I knew what colour I used. So I used grape jelly for 2 cards, and this is how that one turned out for the background, and this is for Sarah Shaw. Obviously some of these birthdays are for like March, so I will obviously probably try and find another video. I have one for a Patty Harris, again I used grape jelly for that one, and then the one for my friend is Heather Dirch, and this is using Elderberry. I have a new stamp that I previously just bought, so that will be up in my new haul video for the next month, so that'll probably be going up the beginning of March, maybe the end of Feb, depending on when I can film it. So here I am just taking all my images and I'm stamping them using TUXEDO black ink. Normally I have a big ink pad, but as you can see by the desk, I'm at my dad's and I don't have all my products that I want. on hand, which is really frustrating. So I'm kind of hoping things go back to normal. But with the whole COVID thing, it's kind of hard. So I do envy people who have their own craft room that can just like, you know, one day just go into the craft room and do whatever they need. I can't do that. You know, I'm always backwards and forwards. So, you know, I really could do with finding like a space specifically for myself, but I haven't done that yet. So maybe that's something I'll look into. I'm now going to colour these in. All the colours will be linked in the description. I don't show you colouring all of them. Like I said, I had very limited time frame of filming, so I do apologise, guys. But like I said, they will be linked in my description. So I will see you in the next step. So once I finished colouring all the images, I just cut them out. I don't have the coordinating dies, but this is what I did. I just took some scrap paper with my black marker and just did some zigzag pattern, and did the same with the white and just stamped the sentiment that I wanted. I take some multi-matte medium glue to stick this down. I'm also taking my 3D squares to adhere the animal down. And as you can see, it was a total different card. Sorry about that, but I will show you all the cards in a second of what they look like. And I decided to take some sentiments from Mama Elephant, which is the birthday messages, and I stamped inside, which I don't normally do. Normally I would just write in it, but I wanted to add something. So I'm going to add some Wink of Stella, some white gel pen, some glossy accents, just to finish off these cards. As you can see, there are 4, and I kind of like all of them, but I will show you my favorite at the very end. And I also have my personalized stamp. So here I am. I'm just going to take Wink of Stella to the icing, and I know it's not really realistic, but you know, it's a card at the end of the day, and I kind of hope people appreciate like the thought that goes into these, because this is the first time I've made like a batch card where I've made several cards using the same design. Normally I would pick a design and make it specifically for that person, so I really do like put a lot of thought into what I'm making. It's not generally just random, it is thought about, and I think I spent like maybe 2 to 3 days just planning it, and then the next couple of days is just me like working out what works for me and then actually filming it and doing it. So now I was going to add my glossy accents first, and then I realised, nope, if I do that it'll just smudge. So I'm taking a sentiment, and for this one I'm taking the happy birthday, giant hugs and kisses. I'm taking the love letter again so it coordinates with the red theme from the front of the card, and I also use it to ink the back of my stamp set. But apart from that, I pretty much just do the same thing with a different sentiment for each card. And as you'll see on this card, the stamp for my personal, on the back of the card, it does have like a line going down it, so I really need to like trim the stamp down. So Like, I wasn't entirely happy about how that turned out. I'm sorry I keep yawning, guys. It's like 2 a.m. right now for me, and I'm editing. And I was working a night shift last night, didn't finish till 10:30 this morning. And then I helped my dad with a roofing job, so I'm exhausted. And I really should be going to bed, but I wanted to get this edited so I could upload it as soon as possible. Anyway, rambling on. So, as you can probably not see on screen, I'm just inking up my stamp. That way, you know, I don't know why I didn't even like think of stamping it just directly onto the ink pad, but here you go. I'll bring it in closer so you can see. So basically it has this like line, which is really annoying, so I really need to trim that down, but knowing my look, I'll trim it down and cut something off, which is important. So yeah. And now I'm just bringing in glossy accents, so I'm going to use this for the teddy bear's nose and the eyes. And I also changed the cake theme. So normally I would do the same, like a Victoria sponge with different coloured icing. I thought I'd go for a chocolate cake with chocolate chips. Let me know if this looks anything like a chocolate chip cake, because I have no idea. You know, I've seen people do a card using the stamp set, and like the cake is like green and pink and blue, and I'm like, I know like you can get rainbow cakes now, but like I would never think of doing that on a card. I don't know. Let me know, guys, if you do that. So the next one, again, I'm just changing the sentiment. So this time I'm using big birthday wishes. Hope you love it. This is going to Heather because obviously she kind of knows I do crafting, but she kind of doesn't. Because obviously, like I said, we're friends, but we're not very close, and we don't have that much in common apart from her dye. Which now when I think about it sounds a little sad, but you know, at the end of the day, I've met some really amazing people and made some really good friends. So I definitely recommend like just finding something that you enjoy. If it's card making, making music videos, you know, making TikToks, whatever it is, I guarantee there's somebody else out there that's exactly the same as you, and you can connect and you'll find some really amazing people. Anyway, here we go. I'm bringing in my stamp. This time it works for me, and then I do it again on another stamp, and I stamped it the wrong way. So I really need to put an arrow on the top of this so I know which way it goes, because I still can't get this right. So that's my advice, guys. If you buy a personalized stamp, make sure you put an arrow on it so you know which way it goes, because honestly I was really annoyed. But my dad made a point. He said it's going to make the person that's receiving this look and be like, why is it that way? You know, so he's kind of got a great idea. Anyway, so I'm going to stop talking, guys, because I feel like I've just talked all the way through this video. And like I said, just repeat the process with the STELLA, the ink, my glossy accents. All the products that I use will be linked in the description. As for the people I'm gifting these to, if you liked it, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Follow me on my socials, follow the girls on their socials, and just have some fun crafting. And also, guys, I do a couple of lives over my Instagram. And if you're new and you want to do crafting and you thought about doing an Instagram live, maybe give me a message or a comment on here and we can talk. And yeah, I have a girl that's doing one with me tomorrow after I've edited this, which will be the 17th of February. And she's from Australia, I'm from the UK, so there is a big time difference. But we're both really looking forward to it. So, you know, maybe go and watch that on my replay button on my IGTV. And yeah, I will see you in my next video, guys. Have fun, stay safe, and happy crafting. So I thought I'd come in right now and bring all 4 of the cards in, guys, so you can see what they look like. And I love how these turned out. I will leave a link to the original idea that I got the idea from. So whoever did that, I don't know, but I really appreciate you sharing your ideas and letting me get inspiration from it. So I think this is my favourite, but I'm not entirely sure. I love them all. So let me know down in the comment which one is your favourite. And I'm going to put numbers on here so you guys can tell me which one. But that's it. I'm going to leave you guys to it. I hope you have a great day or evening and stay safe, guys. Love you all and make sure you subscribe.